from Washington Irving High School, the days that you've been missing.
Oh yeah, but like my mom, she didn't know. Eso pa ti.
Yeah. Oh no. My mom's opening. She was like, she saw the name of the school. She would crack it open, or my report card would say he was out 45 consecutive days. Yeah. This and that, and he missed first period 80 times, or never made it to seventh period 102 times. Like the school will record.
Yeah, and then they will have a late. They will have like absence and then lateness.
Yeah. And every lateness will count for an absent.
Yeah, like after a few latenesses will count for an absent.
And if you miss first period,
we're losers, guys. Sorry,
I'm taking a shot.
That's why we got a podcast. But yeah, man. Like I said, it brought back memories. Like I said, I was just think like
when I saw that video you showed me, I was like, "Yo, we used to play basketball right there, 181st, by the garage."
It brought back memories of being in the block, and then, like I said, it brought back memories when I went to that place and I was just there with the newspaper, and I was just like, "Fuck, man!" But I'm glad I'm still alive.
Like I can't ask you how you feel going back to your old block, because most of the time you go back, you go visit your mom there. So it's not like you're missing it. Like I haven't been to 160 in a long time.
You should go one day, take a walk, man. And it brings so many memories.
One time, the first time I got with my girl,
took the shot.
Holy shit, that Hornitos is strong. I was driving with my girl when I first got with her. Whew, that fucking shot is crazy. And I was driving down, Washington Heights, and she was like, all these, you know how all the buildings are together.
Yeah.
It's not like here in Jersey, the houses are a little separated, or buildings here and then another buildings there. My girl wasn't getting the point, like seeing the vision of everything being so together, like building,
like Legos.
Building,
it's like Legos,
everything together, like Tetris.
Yeah.
Like I went up, I told her, look, this is 162nd. Your cousin Baron, his mom used to live here. Punta Cana restaurant used to be right there in Broadway in the corner. I used to come and get my sandwich cubanos there.
Yeah.
The best sandwich cubanos. 161st had the best pizza on Broadway. I used to come here. This is my block, 160. There used to be a supermarket there. And then I go up the block, and it's building. I'm like, you see where the school's at? My building used to be here. I grew up here. Alex grew up here. Santi, half of his life, grew up here. Nana really didn't grow up here. Nana grew up in 141st. So it was either me, Alex, and Santi. Mary grew up in that block. Amaury. I was showing her. She was like, yo, but everything looks so congested. Like, how about when they do? I'm like, look, this is not Jersey. You do a party in your apartment 12, apartment 13 won't complain, and the music will go on to 5, 6 in the morning.
Have she been? She been to the pay-per-views, right?
And in Santi's house.
Yeah.
She's been to some gatherings in 141st, and she see how loud we play the music. But back us in the days growing up, a party could be in apartment 12, and apartment 13 and 14 and 15 won't say shit.
Yeah.
Because they knew what was going on. And we'll be in the hallways drinking, making noise to 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And your neighbors won't complain. You do that here in Jersey, 12, 1 o'clock, we're done because they're calling the cops. And I was telling my girl that. She was like, oh my God, I'm used to being in the house. It's not too close to another one. I'm like, no, this is where I grew up. This is my block. I took her for 160. I haven't taken her back. But that was the last time I drove through there, because every time I go through Broadway, first thing I see is Mickey D's in 170. I used to walk there. Yeah. Como's in 168, 169. That's no longer there. There used to be a stationery store that used to be right next to it that I used to go and buy.
I think my girl told me Coogan's is officially closed.
Coogan's is closing.
I don't know,
Yeah. But the stationery store right next to Como's, I used to go there and buy book bags, pencils, anything that you needed, a pen.
Yeah, this is on 170th and Broadway.
169 in Broadway, right next. As soon as you come up the train station.
You're right.
What else? Carvel used to be in 167 in Audubon. Used to be a Carvel that I'm like, yo, these are things that I'm remembering. If I keep going through Broadway, the Wendy's there. but the fucking cake shop Carrot Top was there.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts was
Radio
there.
Shack was at.
Then in 164, 163 in Broadway, right in the corner, used to be a diner / burger shop, just like the one in 178 in St. Nick. You remember that one? The one in 178 St. Nick?
You talking about Villa Alegre?
Yeah.
We were just talking about that in the group chat with Richie.
That was the burger spot for Uptown, 170s, 180s. Yeah. We had our own in 164 in Broadway.
It's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah.
That diner right in the corner.
Yeah.
I used to go there. Like I said, 162.
You know, Jesus from 163rd, right? That supermarket with the helicopter or whatever.
Liberato.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I never bumped into him and his brother because I used to hang out around there. So, because they said 163rd was the baddest block. All the bad drug dealers were in that block. So I was like, I'm from 160 and I used to walk all the way to down 155th and Broadway because I won't pass that. I didn't need anything past 155th and Broadway. Once I hit Caporal and 157 and Broadway, I won't need anything past that gas station right in the corner. Because then you got the cemetery. All I did in the cemetery was go for Halloween. I used to go with my boys, jump over the fence, and try to run the cemetery on Halloween night. Yeah. But other than that, I really didn't need anything past that block. But damn, those memories come down big, especially when you go down to your old blocks and stuff. Yeah, like
man. Like I said, it just, like I said, it just took me back. Like I said, when I was young, and then I walked back. I think at that time my girl called me, so I started running back. And it's crazy how when you get older, things that when you were young felt so big, they now look so small. So like even looking at when we used to play baseball, I was like, damn, that's so small. And even when I walk back, cause no lie, I only jogged for like a block and a half. I mostly walked, and those blocks were quick. Like I was already on 193rd by the A train, by the Uber. I was like, yo, I'm already by the funeral home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, I'm not even like trying. And then when I came back, I was like, oh shit, I came back to 184. My girl called me. Then I ran up to, like I said, I went a Bennett where Anthony used to live on the building 21 Bennett. And then I got to the corner. Then from there, like I said, everything. George's Pizza still there. There's a few things that's still there.
Still the same.
But there's a lot of other stores that like changed up.
The pharmacy's still there in the corner.
I think so. There was like one place I remember across the street from Egg's building, which is Jack's building too.
It used to be like a Jewish store.
Pete, the Repeat used to work. You remember Pete?
But
Pedro?
Pete used to work in the pharmacy right in the corner.
Yeah, I don't think that's there no more.
But then there was a store. So when you turn that corner, there was a little store.
That store, it still has the old school sign, but I think it's closed.
Oh, okay.
But it still has their thing. And I was like, oh shit, man. And I was just...
Because I went in there a few times. Because I used to hang out with your cousin Twan.
Yeah.
He was the one that used to bring me to that block. And they used to ask me, yo, why you bringing... Because they used to ask me, yo, what block you from? I'm like, yo, I'm from the 160s.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what you doing all the way up here? But Twan, you'd be like, yo, that's my boy or whatever.
It's crazy how things were, man, back in the days. Like, it was so territorial.
Yeah. Because they saw the new face.
Yes,
and exactly. I'm like, nah. And then I remember hanging out with your cousins around... The one shit I always remember. One time we were shopping for, it was either condoms or
it was the Stud 2000.
Stud, the fucking spray.
Yeah.
We went to like 3 pharmacies, and your cousin just started telling me, and I think it was Oli.
Yeah,
Oli was hanging out with us that day. Yo, you won't dare go get that stud. First we went to the pharmacy on Broadway.
Had a horse in front of it.
First we went to the pharmacy on Broadway between 178 and 179.
Yeah.
It was like by the flower shop in the bank.
You talking about like 180 first between 180th.
Yes, there was a pharmacy
by next to Big Red Apple Bank. Yeah.
Yo, let's go in there because I think they got him by the cashier.
Yeah, that's in the smoke shop.
It's a girl. And we like, yo, I'll ask. I don't care. No, you won't, Al. You're lying.
And he ran out, right? My
like-
cousin runs out.
He'll be close to the door. And
Yeah.
you see his face.
As soon as you ask, he leaves.
Oh, do you have stud? You hear.
Yeah.
He leaves.
He leaves.
And then I walk out. Yo, they don't have. Yo, what you staying there asking for? Then there's the pharmacy in 181st and 4 Wash.
Yeah.
Right next to the diner. When you
Yeah.
come out the train station. Yo, let's go there. I think I seen it there. I'll give you the money. I was like, all right. I think it was like $6. And I bought it there. Yo, Al, you not scared? I was like, no, man. What the fuck you gonna be scared for? Yo, because that's to keep your dick hard. I was like, get the fuck out. How you know about this shit?
Yeah.
So I always remember that story every time I hung out with your cousin in that block, because he would take me to the pharmacies and all you hear him is laughing in the back and all
Yeah, no, so yeah, man, we did that. We came back to Jersey, and like Al predicted, because he was like, yo, they're gonna go for a run, they're gonna want to eat food.
Oh, I told my girl that.
So me and my girl, we were trying to hit up the beer spot, but the beer spot was closed because it was like super early. So
What was this, a Saturday?
This was Saturday, because we were done by like 1:00. We left early. We just came. I forgot where the fuck we ate from, but yeah, that was Saturday, and then from there, I think we came back, and then I was supposed to link up with Jesus and his girl, and then I think I stopped by Al's. I was like, yo, we're doing something in my crib, and like it's been the last since this quarantine has happened. It's one of those like, yeah. Yo, you want to come by? We're just gonna drink beers, and it becomes a night. It doesn't, it's one of those things, that it's been good. While going through all this stuff with the quarantine, that we just have fun on our own. You know what I'm saying?
It's my sister came over with Jonathan. Shout outs to them for coming out, because I haven't seen him since since the beginning of this. I think the last time I've been to their house was for my birthday, when we were supposed to go to the brewery.
Yeah, and I haven't seen them since last year, I think.
Yeah, so it was I was surprised. She told me, yo, I'm coming by early. They got to my house like 3:30, 4 o'clock. Before 4, I know they were in my house.
Yeah, they were there super early.
Yeah, I was surprised because you were there, but then you just had... Right when they were coming in, you were leaving to go downstairs because you were changing or you were about to take a shower. Mm-hmm. And yeah, man, it was cool seeing them coming over because I was not expecting them that early. But as soon as they came in, some few beers. Jonathan like, yo, let's take shots because he brought a Jameson over. And I'm like, yo, you sure? I was like, all right. We took like 4 shots, like almost back to back to back before Santi got there. And I could already see it in Jonathan's face. He was laying back. I was like, yo, this motherfucker about to knock out. We need food for this motherfucker. Yo, man, just give me a beer. I'm like, holy shit.
So you guys took...
Yo, I took at least 4 to 5 shots before you came back up.
Back to back.
Dude, it was like 20 minutes away from each other, these shots.
Shit.
And this is, you left, and you came back like in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Dude, by then I already had like 4 to 5 shots in my system.
Fuck.
And I was pounding the beers, and then we started watching the whole DMX versus Snoop versus,
yeah,
which was cool. Then Santi came over with his AKA Milwaukee Tools, came over with his new look. He had the chin hair, chinny chin chin.
He had was the one from the Adam Sandler?
Or the
if you guys could see,
it's the tickling the vagina hair. He had the little thing in the chin.
Yeah.
So no, it was a cool time. Everybody, you and your fiance came over. Santi came over. Jay and Mary. Then AKA Osuna Johansson came over. Cunhao and the Cunhao came over. So it was definitely a good time. We had the hookah going on. But it was an early thing. I thought it was going to go later than it was. By 12 o'clock, it was shut down. But because we were going in for a while.
Yeah.
We started making the bombas.
Oh, yeah. So people, So yeah, so like Al said, they got there early. You know, like I was